Join me as I account a full day of heavy use with the S24 Ultra. The numbers are pretty shocking. So how well did the S24 Ultra perform after a full day? And is it going to top my leaderboard or is it going to fall short just like the Pixel 8 Pro? Well, being the successor of the S23 Ultra, I expect a lot. Basically anything that is not in the top spot will be a fail in my opinion. And the reasons for that is because the two phones on my leaderboard both have 5000 milliamp batteries just like the S24 Ultra. The difference being that the two on the leaderboard have Samsung based chips, while the S24 Ultra has the Snapdragon, which is known to be more efficient than the Samsung ones. To start, the phone was taken off of the charger at 8 a.m. At this point, the battery was already at 96% because of the battery saver feature. So as long as I've had the phone, the battery saver feature has not been able to top the phone at 100% when I wake up. However, the phone is still getting used to my usage, so it hasn't fully optimized the battery and it hasn't really gotten used to my sleeping patterns, I guess. I'm hoping that once the phone gets used to my usage patterns, it'll also be able to stop my phone or keep my phone charged at 100 or at least 99%. But so far, every single time I take it off the charger, it's at 97 or 96%. So to start off the day, the phone's already under 100%. So it's 9 o'clock and I'm starting with some YouTube. The phone has been off the charger for an hour already and it has dropped a little bit. It's already at 92% from the 96 that it started at. I have to say that a great thing about the S24 Ultra's size is the viewing experience. It gives you a squared off 6.8 inch screen and that's going to provide some of the biggest screen real estate that you get on a regular phone. Obviously, the large foldables are still going to give you a better viewing experience, a larger viewing experience. But in terms of the traditional style phones, this is going to be one of the biggest ones. The drawback to the size is that it's not going to be comfortable for all tasks, but you win some, you lose some. Also, I can confirm that the vividness issue has been reported is in fact, I will say, an issue. I know Samsung came out saying that that was done on purpose, and I don't have an issue with it. Honestly, the way it's set up with the Vivid currently is actually very comfortable to see, and it still provides some nice saturation. But people are expecting those vivid colors that Samsung gives. They should give them the option to make it more vivid if they want. Samsung did come out saying that they were going to patch that up with an update. So at least we know that they listen to us. But as for how the screen is now, I actually am enjoying it. It's easy on the eyes. It's a little later in the day and the battery is going down faster than I expected. But I'm still hopeful that it will reach the full day based on my battery percentages on normal use. I also recorded a short video, but I doubt that had any effect on the battery since it was about 30 seconds long. I'm not sure why the battery has dropped so fast, but it's kind of funny how it happened on my full day test. But at this point, I still felt confident that I was going to be able to finish the day with the phone. It's close to noon now and I'm spending some time on the computer doing some editing. I didn't record this portion on the phone because I want to keep all the tests similar. And that seemed a bit too intense compared to all the other tests that I've done. And it's not really a part of anyone's day-to-day. During this time, I just answered a few messages, received a call, and played some music. None of these tasks are intense. They are just basic daily tasks. Now I'm moving over to working on a thumbnail, so I put on YouTube for some entertainment. I'm about a third of the way through the day. I'm not sure what happened in the morning, but the battery is maintaining its charge better since then. I'm still missing tasks to complete for the day, but my confidence on the phone making it through the day has gone up. And as a reminder, the entire day is being spent with Wi-Fi turned off to make it that much harder on the battery life. And now that the midday sun has gone away, I went for a walk and I took some pictures and videos during my walk. Besides the change in optimization that Samsung applied to the S24 Ultra and S24 lineup, the camera is behaving as I expected it. The benefit of having the 5x lens over the 10x lens in video recording really does show up in this video here of the squirrel. I'm able to keep the video looking consistent all the way through. So overall, this is going to be beneficial for video recording for sure. And in terms of the photographs, the 5x is doing pretty well even on long distances. Obviously, even the 100x, it's never really been useful. It's always been more to be used as a tool, if anything. But it's there for when you do need it and it'll give you a good enough shot. And when I got back from the walk, I showered, got dressed, and then headed out on a drive. I headed towards downtown Miami and I got some nice footage from inside my car. I will tell you that the stabilization works amazing when you're in a car. It almost feels like if it's not even moving, almost like it's floating in air. Aside from my dirty windshield, the video comes out really clear and the street lights and car lights is more than enough to light up the shot and it comes out really nice. And also while driving around, I just started driving to different areas that I hadn't been before, and I needed some directions on how to get back home. So I popped up my GPS and it guided me all the way home. It was about an hour drive maybe, and even then it did not reach 20%. That's pretty amazing, and especially since I use GPS, which is pretty battery hungry, so that was pretty impressive. And I try to keep the test as consistent as possible, but that GPS was probably something to go against S24, and it still happened to take it like a champ and push out 6.5 hours of screen on time. And the 20% was actually reached at 11:20 p.m., which is basically the end of the day. At this point, I would have normally put my phone on a charger already and gotten ready for bed. By the end of the day, by the time I was completely done, it was still at 16%. So basically, the Samsung S24 Ultra with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is on a whole other level than the other two that I have on my leaderboard. It left the Pixel 8 Pro in the dust because, I mean, the other phone didn't even finish. And then Samsung's A54 that's using their own chipset, it finished the day, but it didn't finish it as well as the S24 Ultra. So looking at the numbers, the S24 Ultra lasted 50 minutes longer than the A54 and 70 minutes longer than the Pixel 8 Pro. That's a pretty big margin. So really, unless you're doing something extreme like gaming, there's really no reason that the S24 Ultra should not last you all day. And as far as my normal usage of about 3 to 4 hours a day of screen on time, I mean, I always finish the day in the upper 40s or even 50s. So this battery could possibly last me 2 days. And if I just save a little bit off of my screen on time, it'll last me 2 days without even having to worry about it. The one thing that kind of gets to me about the size of the S24 Ultra, if you need to reach the other side of the screen for whatever reason, it makes it really hard. And the phone is actually very slippery. So I actually ended up getting some, I think they call it CATTONGUE type of grip on it. And I mean, it was not going to keep the phone from slipping off your hands 100%, but it does give me enough of a extra grip to be able to reach across. This is pretty much the only phone I've had this issue with where I can't adjust my hand enough to reach across without struggling. This phone makes me struggle a little bit. I don't have the largest hand, so maybe individuals with larger hands are not going to have an issue at all. If I could just get the S24 Ultra in a smaller package, I think I would actually enjoy it more. But you know, that's a story for another time, I guess. Overall, using this thing every day has been a pleasure, really. There's nothing this phone can't do. And then you never feel like you're compromising or missing out on anything with this phone. It has all the features you can possibly want. I hope this video was helpful. And if it was, please subscribe. If you are interested in some other information that I maybe didn't cover, let me know in the comments and I'll add that to my list. Or if you have any other tasks that you normally do or complete on a day-to-day, let me know about that as well. And I'll add that to my list to add to the full day challenge. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.